and we can
Okay.
get right into it, man.
That'd be so sick
We can get
if
some
we could
stuff
get right into it.
if we could get into it.
Mhm.
Let me get into you.
No. We're like a family here.
We're like just a
I like
nice little family here, you
a
know?
nice little family that gets into each other.
We get into each other. We
Yeah,
and
we explore each other.
regular office buildings, you're not allowed to say things like damn and, you know. But we
Yeah,
we
we're
we
pretty
like to joke around a little bit here, so you got to be prepared for that. We like to bust some chops, okay?
I this is giving me like a visceral reaction. I really don't enjoy it.
Yeah, we here
Especially now
at
that
Bass Pro Shops,
especially now I'm working with construction workers
yeah.
and I've heard worse now.
When
Ugh.
like you work with our construction workers, is it just one type of guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like variations of the same guy. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so the guys I'm working with are like they're nice. They're kind.
Which is a great
They
way to start a diss track.
yes. Um I mean they are like ball busters. Like they joke around,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But like if I was a woman I'd be scared of them, I think.
Yeah. What
Cuz
about
like I
Katy
feel like
Perry? Feels like
I
she would
think
have experience in that era or that
in construction
Yeah, because there's the music video of her on the wrecking ball. Like she's got
isn't that
experience, you know?
isn't that Miley Cyrus?
You know what I mean.
Okay. No, but yeah, I don't know. They just like they give me the vibe of like how you are talking to someone, you're like, yeah, this person is definitely like racist, but not in an overtly racist way. It's like a just ignorant racist way.
Yeah, I've talked to a
It
cop before.
yes, it's like the perfect example is when you're talking to someone and if they're talking about someone who's white in a story, they will just say they're a person.
Yeah.
But when they're referring to someone, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this black guy,"
Yeah.
which is just like, it's one of those
It's
things where it's
interesting
like
you
you
had to
can't,
mention that.
yeah, just like weird, like because they're, yeah. Anyway, but we're solving things here.
We're getting shit done. We're kind of making the world go round, if you will. I was thinking about this earlier. If you and I were born in 1963, do you think
Mhm.
us as old souls would meet at the same poker table in Vegas?
Given I, all right, wait. So am I me?
Yeah, but you were born in 1963.
It would be. I mean, I wouldn't be the same personality wise, considering,
No, you'd probably
if
be racist.
I would probably be racist.
You'd probably be a construction worker.
I'd probably be a racist construction worker. So yeah, I'd probably be in Vegas at some point.
You know?
Um,
And we're
blowing my
sitting
load.
dick in one hand. You're doing the thing where you're scratching your balls through your pocket.
Yeah, but I'm just continuously doing it for like
Yeah.
hours on end.
And you're like
Um,
glancing at other people to see if they like notice.
yeah, it's like
And you start to you get in your own head a bit about it a little bit, and then the dealer's like, "Yo,
yeah,
are you in?"
yeah, and I'm just like I've been
You're like, "Oh
staring
shit.
off in the
Sorry,
yeah,
fold yes.
and the
I'm big
and
blind?
I
Okay.
yeah, and then I just put all my money in, and
All
I
in,
say
baby.
all in. I got a 2-7 offsuit, and I'm like ready to go.
I'm sitting to
Yeah.
your right, and I'm like, "Yeah, I think this is my last one." My wife froze the credit card.
I think right then and there we'd probably look into each other's eyes. You'd see a little sparkle in mine.
Yeah. But I would
And
turn away quickly because looking into other people's eyes is not manly.
that's true. But then you feel that tinge in that little spark in your heart, and you're
Which I
like,
have.
wow. Yeah.
For sure.
A heart. A heart?
It hasn't been burned away from the, many packs of cigarettes that I've smoked throughout my life. That's what happens if you smoke too many cigarettes. Is your heart begins to disintegrate.
Your heart immolates. Yeah, I think that's true, actually.
Anyway, we're sponsored by Camel, by the way, so shout out.
Dude, I gotta find out what cigarettes the one guy's smoking, because like they smell good.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. We are sponsored by Camel
and Breeze. The Breeze sticks. The Breezies. Am I getting that right?
No.
Okay.
Or I'm stupid, which could also be the case. What are you talking about? Febreze?
No, like I think they're called, they're like little vapes.
Oh, like the little neon things?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those.
Okay, cool. Me neither, but I think they're called Breeze.
Awesome. So we're so cool. Anyway, can we sit at your lunch table?
I mean, as long as you trade me your Oreos.
Yeah,
for
if you have Oreos,
banana.
bro, it's over.
Oh, dude.
Or if you have French fries, dude.
The French fries from like the lunch lady, and like you had friends that like didn't have like money on their account for that. And they just brought their lunch all the time. And then they'd be like, bro, I need those French fries. Because that's freshly made food,
Yeah.
And they just want to get their grubby little mitts on it. You're like, well, you gotta, come on, this is a quid pro quo. I mean,
dude, when it was curly fry day instead of like regular fry day.
I don't fuck with curly fries.
What the fuck is wrong with you specifically?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. You're not like other girls, I guess.
I'm not.
You like wearing perfume and fucking.
I like wearing perfume and fucking. That's exactly it. Jackson, I want to know. I want to know your journey. I want to know your journey through like your musical journey.
What?
Like what got you into music, and what?
Is this a serious question?
This is a serious question. I'm actually interested.
Okay. Well, let's go back to sophomore year of high school. I think is when I started like actually listening to a ton of music. Before high school, because like everyone, or not everyone in my family, but a couple different people in my family are big music heads. Like my stepdad is like, oh, when are you gonna get into music, Jackson? And I was like, never. That shit's dumb as fuck.
Just all music is dumb.
It's not that I thought music was dumb. I was just like, it's how like some people are like movie guys and some people aren't. Right. I was just like, I don't know. I'm not a music guy, really. I don't really think about it.
Which is interesting seeing you now as you're like the music guy.
Yeah, I have the I have records hanging on my wall.
He has little records.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I was just I got Spotify because that's just a thing that happens when you go to high school.
Yeah, it just automatically just starts subtracting from your checking account. You just get one
and
once
I'm
you
like,
enter high school.
Well, I might as well.
I guess I'll use it because you can't cancel it. It doesn't work that way.
And then I don't know how I got there, but I eventually started listening to like Radiohead. And their music was the first music that I would like connected with in some kind of like in an emotional way beyond just like, oh damn, this Mario Kart song slaps. I was like, oh shit, my life is kind of like this song a little bit, and I can like think about my emotions in a deeper way in a connection with the music.
Yeah, I love Creep too.
Yeah.
And it's the only song I know by Radiohead, by the way.
Yeah, finally a song that fucking gets it. And then I don't know, it was their album A Moon-Shaped Pool, which is like their most recent studio album. And also by far like not their most popular even remotely, but it's an album I love.
Yeah.
And it just I listened to it so much that I was like, I need to find more things like this. So I just started
Yeah.
listening to like I went on like websites and I was literally just trying to find songs that were similar to those kinds of songs or like that hit the same kind of chord in my body.
Hmm.
And then I ended up on music forums listening to like a bunch of different random albums from people who have never performed outside of their like local speakeasy. And I don't know,
Fair.
I just fell in love with like kind of the rawness of like a lot of music that people have like never heard. Not to be like, I'm quirky and different or whatever,
Yeah.
but I
But
just loved finding like a random album from 2011 that has like 1,000 plays. And I'm just
yeah,
like,
'cause
it's so
at that
sick.
point, those people are only making music because I mean, maybe they want to hit it big, but like they haven't yet. So they're just
Yeah.
playing music to play music, which, it hits a little differently. It's like this is kind of the person, and they're not influenced by anything else besides themselves and, I mean, the people around them.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who like want to make music, but they realize like the odds of them doing it as a career is just like not gonna happen. So they're just
Yeah.
like doing it as a hobby in their spare time, not really like thinking much about it. Which I think is interesting too, because like the dichotomy of like all of the big artists who have to like think about their music compared to like a bunch of people. It's not that they're not thinking about the music, but it like comes from a more like raw kind of.
Yeah, they're not rushed or thinking like, "I need to put out 45 minutes of music,
Yeah, yeah.
so I can make my contract," you know? Um, they're just kind of doing it for fun.
But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just ended up on, reading a lot of music forums and then like watching people talk about albums on like YouTube and stuff like that. Um and it just got me into a bunch of like weird shit.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, you do have the recommendations for everything.
I mean, I've just like listened to a lot of stuff at this point. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I was home like a weekend. What was that?
That's gonna show up on the
What was
audio.
that?
That's the, alarm for my laundry. Uh,
um
uh,
I was home for this past weekend. I was talking to my mom and I don't know, we were just in the car and we were talking about music. And then
mhm.
I mentioned like offhandedly like like Beyonce just released a country album and I was talking
Really?
about it and my mom was like, I don't even like I barely know who Beyonce is.
I
And
like
I started talking about it and I had the thought of while I was talking about it, I was like, I don't even really remember listening to it.
but you
It's
did.
more just I remember how I felt listening to it, which I thought was interesting.
How did you feel listening to it?
It was fine. That's it was cool. It's
Okay,
actually
that's
really
cool.
good. I've gone back to it since then. It's good, but
Okay, yeah. I mean,
at least it's
I'm
not
still
Morgan
not a
Wallen.
huge country
Jesus
guy.
Christ, I'll shoot myself in the head before I listen to him
Uh,
again.
Did you listen to like a full album of Morgan Wallen?
Yeah, and I've listened to my mom is a big fan of Kenny Chesney, who I
Yeah.
detest. Uh
Okay.
I've listened to I think like 5 Kenny Chesney albums in their entirety and they're all like an hour long and they all sound the fucking same. And I did this
Oh
just
my
so I
god.
could be like my mom is stupid in my head. Not even like tell it to her face, just so I could have the clarity of mind.
You before you even said that, you're already inspiring me to listen to at least like 100 hours of country
Yeah.
just so I can die harder on the hill that I think it's bad.
Yeah.
Granted, there are some good country songs, I'm sure.
Oh, there's some
Still
great
not really
country
my
out there.
thing. Yeah, there's some great country out there, but I do need maybe I should listen to all of Morgan Wallen, all of Kenny Chesney, all of Luke
Please don't
Combs,
listen to all
Zach
of Kenny
Brown
Chesney.
Band.
Please, I
I
beg of you, because I wanted to do that, and then I realized
Yeah.
he's released an album every year for like 30 years.
God, what? Like,
Guys, I can't do it.
take
Dude.
some fucking time, man. Like, oh man. All right, fine. But I gotta listen to Morgan Wallen so I can be like, he's racist and bad.
Yeah.
So I can just shit on people harder. Because what is music without thinking that your own music taste is superior to everyone else's?
No, it's true for sure.
That's the best part about listening to music is no one else has a better music taste than yourself.
Yeah.
And you can just passive aggressively say that to other people, and it's great.
Dude, it's so funny. So we haven't mentioned this at all, but Henry's gone, obviously, if you haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's in Japan and he's never coming back.
He's never coming back, unfortunately.
No.
So we are planning his funeral currently. But
Jackson is. I'm not. I don't really have time. I got a podcast to do. So.
I mean, I was looking forward to we're renting out like a middle school gym, and we're gonna get like a DJ and a disco ball. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Yes.
And we're gonna have one of those like big wreaths where it's like it's all like pink flowers and stuff, and it's just like ginormous. Like you could put it on the church doors, the doors that are like 8 people tall, and they take up like most of the door.
Like a castle gate.
Yeah. Well, that's what a church is, kind of. It's a castle, right?
Well, I mean, they're mostly Gothic architecture.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm saying. Or I guess they're called cathedrals.
All right. Cathedral is... That name does go hard. Cathedral.
It does kind of go hard.
That's one of my favorite words.
But anyway, so Henry is gone.
Yeah.
Henry's girlfriend texted me the other day. This is like 2 days after Henry left. And she's listening to all of the podcast episodes in order. And so she started at episode 1. And she was like, I think it was like on episode 3 or something like that. But she was like, you put me on blast. You said that my music taste was dog shit. Which I still hold to be true.
Well, that's because she only listens to Pitbull.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
that's kind of it. So Tina, if you're listening, I think you're a great person. That's all I'm gonna say, actually.
But no, there is definitely
what episode
that.
Would this be?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But like ballpark.
I don't know. It had to be one of the first ones.
No, I mean like this episode that we're currently doing right now.
Oh, this one? This is 57.
Okay, that's crazy. So she's got a little bit to go. Well, that was my favorite thing of maybe this was before you guys started waste management. I think it was, but when you guys did the Pink and Blue podcast.
Oh yeah.
And I listened to it because my first summer job was just driving around in the truck, and I was so fucking bored all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to Jackson and Henry's podcast, and I would just randomly text you guys about random episodes with zero context, and it was great.
I know. So Henry and I have literally made comments about how you are going to listen to the past episodes that we just recorded in like 6 months from now.
Like of the waste management podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like last week when we had Henry here, who is never coming back, obviously.
Right.
I think Henry shouts you out in every episode. Not that he like tries to.
No, I know. I mean, he lives with me. He has lived with me for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for me not to be like in his life. So I mean, we obviously mention Henry whenever I'm on, because either he's there or he's not there.
Well, this is kind of the
podcast.
Tradition we're starting.
Yeah.
Is that every time he's away, you will just be here. Well, he's going to be away forever now, actually. So you're
he is,
because he's not coming back from Japan.
I said I'm going to slowly get plastic surgery to start looking more like him.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll hit like
you're gonna dye your
Mr.
hair
Beast
blonde.
pose. his hair is like dirty blonde though.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. That means you
Oh,
gotta shave and get a haircut also.
I know, but I don't really want to do that though. To be
Yeah.
completely honest,
Well, it would
Then
destroy your whole like skater personality.
I know it's. I don't know. I can't decide. My everything can't decide what it wants to be because I wear skatery clothes, but my head is a little too metally. I feel like. I
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
greasy long hair. Well, it's only greasy right now because I just got back from the skate park, but it's not usually greasy for all the fans out there. All the fans in Egypt.
His hair is
Um,
usually so fucking greasy,
my
guys.
hair
You
is
wouldn't
usually
believe it.
it's actually dripping off. They call me into McDonald's to just squeegee
They
my
have you just
hair.
stand in the back of the kitchen, like just next to the
Yeah,
grill. You don't even do anything. They pay you
yeah.
$2.50 an
They pay
hour.
like $2.50 or
Yeah.
like oh no,
No, they don't
they
got
pay
the
me
budget to pay you $250 an hour. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
McDonald's? Of course they do.
No, they don't. That doesn't spit into their profit margins.
It does
Fast foods,
now.
it's already a skim business, man. They're getting like 2 cents profit on each burger they sell or whatever. But they make so much money because they have like a McDonald's, in your house, basically.
Is this real?
Yeah.
Oh.
This is really, really real.
Why do you know this?
What do you mean? Oh, no, I'm making the numbers up.
Oh. Okay. I just kind of think you know everything.
I obviously don't.
Oh.
Also, this is a comedy podcast. Get fucked, loser. Welcome to the Joe Rogan experience. We have you
Thought
ever
were
tried
just gonna-
DMT?
No, I can't say I have. The hardest drug I've done is weed, and that's not
Which is a
that
pretty
hard.
hard drug. You got to give yourself some credit.
I don't know. I feel like
It's a Schedule
not.
1 drug, bro. It's in the same category as heroin.
Which it shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it is.
Yeah.
You can thank
It is.
Ted Cruz for that one.
I was low-key thinking in my head, I was like, isn't that the Mission Impossible guy? It is not the Mission Impossible guy.
It's a different guy.
I thought it was a Schedule 1 drug like before Ted Cruz.
Yeah. I just think he should kill himself.
I think that's a little harsh.
Do you
I think he should
disagree?
I disagree that it was a little harsh. I think it should be a lot harsh.
You think it should be more harsh?
I think you should be more harsh with it.
I think Ted Cruz should be decapitated in Iran.
It's too quick.
Too quick. You want to kill?
Too quick.
Okay. Let's go through it, Zach. Here we are. This is the segment of the podcast where we're discussing how we, two white guys, want to torture a member of the U.S. government.
In Minecraft,
this is on record on the internet forever.
This is on record, but in Minecraft.
Oh, I will never be able to get TSA pre-check, man. This sucks, but here
Why
we go.
Why do you need TSA pre-check?
Because it makes the line so much shorter at the airport.
Oh, get over it. The line is like the best part. It's just like,
what are you talking about?
You're with everyone else here at 7 a.m. There's a baby crying.
The best part of the airport is going to like the BJ's in like the restaurant in the airport where you can buy a beer for like $28.
It is great. I never got that.
Actually, I think that's where we should put Ted Cruz. He should just have to live in an airport.
Yes. He will break the bank in about like 2 days.
I don't know. I think he makes a lot of money.
$20 a beer though?
It's true.
He won't last a week.
Yeah,
That's
he'll have
actually
to
better.
he'll have to like shower in the bathroom. He probably
Yeah,
just
I
wouldn't
was
shower.
gonna say put him in like a bronze bowl, but actually, let's just stick him in like.
Oh,
We have to
the
pick a really
bronze
bad airport
cow,
too.
bro.
Yeah,
Or is it an iron cow? I don't really remember.
I think it's bronze. The guy who invented it was killed by it.
Yeah, it's like the Segway guy.
What?
The guy who made the Segway died on a Segway.
Is that true?
Yeah.
That's not funny.
No. Neither of us laughed, and neither of us should laugh because it's not funny because he
No,
died
it's
for
not.
our sins.
Our zins?
Yeah.
Like packing lip zins?
Yeah, he did that on the side.
Wow. That's so inspirational.
Some people you get 1 year in purgatory for every person you turn on to smoking cigarettes.
Who says that?
Me right now.
Okay. I trust you. You're a valid source.
Yeah. Which is
What
why,
is-
again, I want to remind people we are sponsored by Camel. You can go use the link in the description. camel.com/waste/healthy lungs.
slash backslash the
Slash
hashling
50.
slasher slash 50% off.
And if you're a veteran, you get an extra 5% off.
And if you
Just
aren't
in
a
case you
veteran,
weren't
you
trying
have
to buy, like, a
pay
home or
5
whatever.
more percent. I don't want to buy a home. I think I'm not gonna live in one.
Okay. Are you just coming to terms with that now? Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Wow. The destruction of man through capitalism. This is what you've done, Joe Biden.
I can't believe I'm still living in Joe Biden's America after like,
4 years.
After 4 years, and like, when do we voting? Is that this November?
Yeah.
Oh, fucker. Okay.
You know Joe Biden just posted a thing that's like, I debated Trump twice back in 2020, and now he wants to debate again. Let's go. Game on. Like,
I hope he said game on. That'd be
he didn't
so
say
awesome.
game on, but
Damn it.
could you imagine though? Oh my
That
god.
would be sick. Dude,
Did you see the RFK Jr. tweet where he was like, the brainworm is not going to affect my ability to be president?
The brainworm?
Or I think the tweet was phrased like, the worm that ate part of my brain is not going to affect my ability to be president. And then immediately after, he doubled down. He was like, even if I had 5 brain worms, I would still be better than Trump or Biden.
Whoa, hold on. This is a lot to process.
Well, it takes some time.
Did he have a brain worm?
Yeah.
And it ate part of his brain?
He got the brain worm because he eats so much tuna that part of the lead from the cans like got into his system. I'm not joking.
So lead got in his system, and that means...
And the lead had a worm, I guess. That ate part of his brain.
Okay.
Anyway, so you know who I'll be voting for this November.
I'm voting for Chino Moreno, the lead singer of Deftones.
I'm voting for Pete Buttigieg.
You should. Maybe. I don't know, actually.
Shout out. The current Secretary of Transportation or some shit.
Okay. Everybody go vote for Pete Buttigieg because Jackson and I are political commentators who know exactly what we're talking about and have done thorough research. And I definitely know who Pete Buttigieg... I definitely know Pete.
Yeah, I know him. We're close. I just call him Pete.
Basis.
I don't really... His last name kind of... That's for the context, you know?
I call him Pet. It's short for Pete.
Yeah. Is it? I don't think so.
Yep. Yep. I call him my pet.
And I give him head
Um,
pats, but only when
yeah,
he's good.
yeah, and if he's not good, I give him a what's the swirly girly? You know, the lick your finger, put it in the ear. That's what I do. If he's
Oh, yeah,
being
yeah, yeah. I
bad,
forget what those are
yeah.
called.
I also forget what they're called.
I don't know.
Um,
Sometimes I tell Pete to go like get the newspaper at the end of the driveway, but he ends up just
mm,
like shitting on my car instead. So I don't really give him treats for that. We're trying to like work through it. I got him one of those collars that like it doesn't shock him, but it like plays a white noise or whatever.
yeah, I got him a collar, and it has like a ball, and it goes in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the ball's for him to play with.
yeah. But it's like it's funny because he wants to play fetch, but the ball is like it's strapped, so he
Yeah.
can't.
So it doesn't go
I can't
anywhere,
throw it.
really.
Yeah, but he wants me to throw it, but I'm like, haha, I can't.
I also got him a strap on, but that's kind of between me and him.
Why would you? Who would? How?
What's up?
Nah. So, do you have any other topics on your topic list?
Well, the next thing on my list here is the civil war in Yemen. I don't know if you wanted to get into that a little bit or.
Is there? I'm gonna sound stupid. Is there a civil war in Yemen right now?
Yeah, man. It's real bad. You want me to go? We want to go through it?
I'm sorry. You just said, "Yeah, man." 'Cause it's like, anyway. Yeah, let's talk about it. I don't know anything about it, so if you know things about it,
Okay,
you
so
know,
basically, the government from like a long time ago, they were like kind of assholes. So then this
mhm.
religious group in the country was like, "We think you're assholes." So and now we have guns. So figure it out. And then they started fighting. So the government fled cuz the rebels took over the capital or something. And then
Oh,
ISIS showed up and they're doing some stuff over there. And then Iran
I.
got involved, which was a big deal. And
So who's
they're
in the
still
moral right?
I don't
Jackson, tell us who you think is in the moral right
I think
and
all
who.
sides have rocket launchers, so it's kind of hard to say currently, but
Okay, yeah.
I will say that Barack Obama approved $20 billion of weapons to be sent to Saudi Arabia to fight the Yemeni rebels on the government's behalf.
While he was president?
Yeah. Also, I want to say that I think every group involved hates women. So I'm not really. It's kind of a sticky
Oh,
situation, but
so maybe another group should come in with a bigger rocket launcher, just blow up everyone.
that sounds like a job for like Kim Jong Un or something.
True. I mean,
What's he up to these days? What do you think he's doing?
I think he's shooting the interview too.
Yeah.
I think. I
Yeah.
think that's what I saw on his Instagram the other day.
He captured another director to make more movies for him, and they're doing the interview 2, but it's a prequel.
Right, because
Which is kind of weird. It's like, why'd you name it the interview 2 if you were doing a prequel? But
it's kind of like a meta thing.
yeah, it's like a
It's
meta commentary.
Yeah, it's on like the idea of sequels and just cash grabs.
Yeah.
In terms of that, it's like, this is two, but it's before.
It's a big hit on Letterboxd right now. You should check it out. Isn't it kind of crazy? Kim Jong Un, he was like, North Korea doesn't make any good movies, so let's just kidnap a South Korean movie director. And then he did that.
I'm not surprised that he
Like,
did
that's
that.
kind of crazy.
So he like just like took him from his home or something.
Him and his wife. I think they're both movie directors, or they're both involved in the industry in some way.
Are they still there? Did they die?
No, so obviously, if you know anything about North Korea, you would know that like no one is allowed to leave the country ever.
Yeah.
But then they got permission to leave the country because they were like, "Oh, we really want to shoot, some of the video in like France or something like that." And Kim Jong Un was like, "Okay," and then they got away.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but like obviously they wanted to do that so they could get away.
Well, maybe they were happy with making movies for a man who, has absolute power.
Who wouldn't? He is God, basically.
I'm sure he's a nice guy,
Yeah, I'm sure he crochets and has other nice, unassuming hobbies.
Yeah.
Such as crocheting.
He has a cat who he loves.
Does he have a cat?
Maybe.
Hmm.
If Kim Jong Un cared about any life besides his own, what kind of pet do you think he would have? He I was gonna say he seems like a parrot guy for some reason.
So he's like Jafar.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like more of pirate vibes, because he kind of looks like a pirate. You know what I mean? Like he could wear like a big like kind of pirate jacket. I don't know what those are called. He could wear one of those, and he would have like he'd have like a peg leg.
Yeah, I think he would have a lizard. Like
that kind of makes sense too. Yeah,
a bearded dragon that like sits on his shoulder.
Yeah, something that could sit on his shoulder for sure.
Yeah,
I think he couldn't have an owl because the owl would stand taller than his own head is on his body.
Yeah,
and he wouldn't. That'd be like feminine.
That'd be feminine, and it would be like kind of against his power. Like if something is above him.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And that can't happen. Yeah, I'm gonna go switch my laundry real quick.
Okay.
Let's leave the entirety of me going to do that in the episode.
Okay.
Just so you know if your clothes can dry. Oh, thanks.
Wow.
And we're back. We're back.
Sorry for the cut there, guys. It took a little bit, but we're back now.
Yeah. We're back. I put my clothes in the dryer.
Wow.
Siri, put a timer for an hour and 10 minutes.
There's no way, bro. Wow,
yeah,
man.
I have my own personal butler.
Yeah.
Who changes my laundry for me. His name is Nate. And he also pays rent.
Yeah, among other things.
He pays utilities as well. So good for him. He's a good roommate, good guy.
Isn't it kind of fucked up that Henry is never coming back ever?
I think it is.
He just decided to like leave us to pursue some like power fantasy of becoming Deku.
And like that's not even a good show either.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I could go on, man, about My Hero being
could
bad.
You?
Not really, but I mean I've watched a decent amount of it. I just thought it was kind of mid.
That's kind of where I am.
I'm so tired of just all shonens being the same, of like young man getting a power and being like, wow, this is cool, but I'm not strong enough yet to beat this guy. And then
I have to take Viagra to make my dick bigger.
Yeah, and then he takes the Viagra, and then in some like scene that an animator from Mappa took 20 hours to make, given a 10-hour timeline, just like made. And then everyone's like, oh my god, that was the best piece of cinema I've ever seen. Did you see how hard he punched that guy
Yeah, and
and how many colors there were?
the scene is just like slightly bigger guy with opposite color scheme on the color wheel is just
Yep.
like, my dick is the biggest in all of Dick Valley, and then Deku is
Yeah.
like, I have it actually now.
Yeah, and then the villain's like, well, and then
And
the
it's
villain
always
gets
close.
upper
The
hand.
fight's always close for some reason.
It is close. It's always close. It's like it has to do an 5-episode span where the villain will get the upper hand, and then it looks like the hero Deku is dead. His dick is bent completely in half. It's like falling off.
And then in the middle of that
he's-
scene, it switches to like, the other side plot that's happening where it's like fucking.
yeah, that no one fucking cares
There's
about.
like this some random girl in a mechanic's shop, and there's like a dog or something. It's like, who fucking get back to the fighting,
Yeah.
bro? Why are
Yeah,
you
it's
doing
like-
this?
And they're like, oh man, it's gonna like build the anticipation. Like, no, I just want to keep watching it. And then after that episode of the side plot, we're gonna come back to Deku laying on the floor with his dick bent. He's like on the brink of death, and he's gonna fucking flashback for a whole episode.
Yeah, he
and then-
flashbacks, and then like after the flashback, there's like a beach episode because it was like there was an earthquake that happened 22 years ago while the anime was airing, so they had to like change the course of the entire show for this one event.
Exactly.
It's so
And then they
stupid,
learn the
bro.
power of friendship. His dick grows back, even bigger this time.
And he didn't even need
completely gets-
Viagra for this time.
No, he didn't.
It's just
This time he's
natty.
like, wow, the Viagra was within me the whole time. And he just fucking dicks down this massive guy.
Yeah, and it's a massive guy. We shouldn't understate
Yeah.
that. It's like almost a god dick.
Yeah, it's like he's got muscles on muscles on muscles on his dick. He has triceps, biceps, quads, calves, all that on his dick. Yeah, and he can like do the windmill. He can do the crane
He can do the thing with the yo-yo where he walks the dog
with his dick.
with his
yeah.
dick. Yeah.
His dick head actually morphs into a hand with 5 fingers, and it's opposable.
And our main character, the way he defeats God at the end is that he gets circumcised, and he unleashes the full power of his penis.
Yeah,
At
and
the
all
very
all the
end.
smegma that was building up in the foreskin is unleashed, and it's just overpowering.
And Henry is experiencing that right now
Henry has smegma and is getting circumcised
in Japan.
in Japan.
And he's not coming back because he's going to go through customs and they're going to say, where is your foreskin? And Henry's going to be like, what do you mean? I didn't even take my pants off. And they're like, you walked through the x-ray scanner. Obviously, we can see you don't have foreskin. Like, you can't pull that
Obviously.
on one. We have to execute you now because that's what happens in Japan.
Yeah, they do that seppuku stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They're gonna make Henry kill himself in front of everyone because he dishonored his family.
You know
Yeah.
what's fucked up is that the last time we did a Zach and Jack episode, which is what I'm calling them right now.
Okay.
I asked Henry. I was like, "Did you listen to it, man? Do you like us,
Did
man?"
he never listen to it?
You know what he said? He said, "I got 15 minutes in." Isn't that fucked up? He tells us we're on Discord calls all the time. We're playing Rocket League. He's like, "Man, I love you guys. You know that." Every night he's like, "Good night. I hope you sleep good. I love you guys for real on some real shit. Like, you're just my real dogs forever, bro. Forever, forever." And then this is what he does to us.
He hates us. He really doesn't
That's
like
what
us.
I'm fucking saying. This is why I always call him out, because I know it's not real.
Yeah, he's treating us like dirt.
He's
We're
treating
less
us
than
like
dirt.
worm
We're worse than spit.
shit. I don't even
Yeah.
think worms shit. But if it did exist, we would be less than that in his eyes.
We would be less than that. And I hope. Actually, he won't be listening to this.
No,
Because this is
he's not
past the
coming
15-minute mark. He's not coming back. He's going to be dead. It's past the 15-minute mark.
He's circumcised now. We don't care about him because of that. It's like a religious thing.
Yeah.
We don't got to get into it.
Yeah, we're not. But yeah, we detest people without them.
Obviously, and you would know that if you listened to the show for this long.
You would. And if you don't know that, you're probably circumcised.
Which, I mean,
so go
it's kind of
fuck
like
yourself.
Voldemort's name. We really shouldn't say that word.
Yeah, we shouldn't really say that guy's name either. But
Yeah.
he who. We don't mention he whose name.
Stop. Cut it off at he who is so funny.
They should call him that in the sequel, the cash grab sequel films.
Harry Potter 2.
Harry Potter 2, but it's actually a prequel.
It's like Cherry Smotter, the second one.
And the Sizzler
And the Big Stone.
and the Stoner.
The Sizzler? What were you saying?
I was trying to do a Prisoner of Azkaban one, and I don't know.
Isn't it
It's
like
lost.
I remember obviously like Star Wars is like 8,000 years old at this point, but they were like they had like Christmas specials and stuff like that just cuz it's like such a big franchise, but Harry Potter never did that. There's no like Harry Potter like, 1 hour and 5-minute long movie where like Harry, Hermione and the gang, they all go to fucking,
I think
they go to the pumpkin farm and they pick out pumpkins for Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I feel like it was a different time then. Like that was a
oh no,
more
100%. Yeah.
a thing that would be received well.
Yeah.
Which apparently the Christmas special was actually pretty good for the Star Wars one.
Yeah.
From what I remember. But I haven't seen all the Star Wars movies either. Which, some people are like, oh my god, what? And I'm like, oh. And then that's kind of the end of the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Also,
a certain subreddit you could go to if you wanted to have that conversation.
I don't. But yeah, Star Wars just has such an expansive universe, I feel like. And Harry Potter could too, but I don't know. And they're coming out with the games and stuff, and
Yeah,
they've had a bunch of games.
Dude,
like,
it was so annoying to me that like, what was the most recent one that like everyone was playing? It was like Hogwarts Legacy or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Hogwarts
the
Legacy.
title. Is that it? I don't remember.
I think that's it.
But either way, I was like, this is the dumbest shit. Like fucking, like everyone that was playing it was being like, oh, everyone's committing war crimes on me for playing a video game. I just like the book. Actually, it's not because I'm racist and I like her, whose name shall not be named either.
Oh yeah, we don't mention here.
But like everyone that was playing the game and was talking about it on Twitter was like they were an oppressed group. And they needed their time to like a thing for once. Because you can't do that today,
most people,
Jerry Seinfeld.
Most people weren't even like coming at them that hard. Like the people who were tweeting that, I can guarantee no one was even saying anything to them for playing the game.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, I don't know what's morally right to play the game or not, but like,
I think if she underlined she and boldened she, if she benefits from me buying the game in any way, then I don't think you should play it. But that's just me. Like it's not
fair.
like it's the best game ever made or whatever. So it's not like you're missing out on like God of War 400. So just like fucking stand up for once in your life for what's like morally correct. It's not that
That's
difficult.
true. Yeah, I never got it. I can't say I did it for like a morally grounded reason. I just didn't get it. But I mean, that just makes me morally correct.
Yeah, and that's all that matters in
Yeah.
this world. So
Exactly. Uh, yeah, but yeah, she sucks. Real bad.
yeah, she's in the
Her.
she's in that airport with Ted Cruz. Let's just say.
Let's just say the Purgatory Airport is getting filled up.
Yeah. Not only do you have to pay $28 for a beer, but you have to pay $16 for a bag of Lay's potato chips. And it's just the regular. It's not even like the sweet and sour.
And you have to have a conversation with Dan Schneider for 10 minutes. And that
Everyone
would really
does.
suck. Everyone does.
He's right outside of the bag claim area.
Yeah.
He just walks around like an NPC with an exclamation point over his head.
Yeah. Except the exclamation point is like a foot. So.
The doors to the airport don't open. They don't let you out unless you talk to him. It's kind of like a mandatory side quest kind of thing.
I would just stay there, I think.
Forever.
I would shoplift.
Have
Do
you
you
ever shoplifted?
Probably as like a kid if I like accidentally took a toy
Yeah.
and then like walked out. But I haven't shoplifted anything of actual value.
Not in your adult life.
No. Or well, all right. I shouldn't say I haven't shoplifted anything of actual value because it makes it sound like I did shoplift in my adult life. I have not.
Yeah.
Actually, I did accidentally the other day. I purchased. I was getting groceries and I didn't see the mac and cheese I bought underneath something else. So I just walked out with it.
Officer, it was under what I actually purchased, sir.
Yes.
You don't get it.
I
didn't see it, officer.
If I could go back and do it all over,
You
I would
actually
pay for the
can.
mac
You
and cheese.
can do that. You could walk back in and scan it again. Or
Just
I guess not
pay it,
again,
Put
but-
one back.
Yeah.
No.
You never had that experience where like your dad catches you stealing something? He's like, "All right, son, we got to go up to the cash person and you got to explain what you did."
I think that's a good moment.
Like a learning
Is it-
moment.
A good learning moment. Like, hey, the cashier doesn't give a fuck that your kid stole like
No.
a double bubble. But your son needs to know that it is punishable by death.
In
And
this
it's wrong.
country.
In this country, yeah.
I mean,
And
you
you
see
will
what they're
get
doing at
shot.
Walmart, bro? They're like locking up the Dove shampoo and shit.
Are they?
Yeah, man. I was at Walmart earlier today. No joke, the shampoo is locked up at the Walmart that I go to.
That's crazy. Although I feel like that's fucked up because it's likely stolen by people who need it, like the shampoo.
Sometimes,
I'm gonna like I can't see any like upper middle class person stealing shampoo. It's probably
Well-
targeted towards like people without homes.
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
a place to live
100%.
because that's what they're gonna take to like keep clean and stuff.
I will say though that on like the secondary markets, like if you walk through like random people selling shit on the street, like shampoo is like one of the most sold things, like in
Really?
those markets. Yeah, like stuff like home goods, like paper towels and like fucking diapers and shit. Again,
Yeah.
not that it's like like it's not rich people stealing, and it's certainly going to
Yeah.
people who are going to like use it and need it. Obviously, they couldn't get it like through the store themselves. Whatever, it's like too expensive.
Yeah,
So
I
I
don't
get
know.
it, but
It's
it
all
is still
fucked up.
fucked up for sure.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting into some
Uh,
moral,
We're getting into the
ethical
weeds
things.
for sure.
We are getting into the weeds, and it's a hard place to navigate.
Have you ever gardened?
I know that you haven't based on what the fuck you just asked.
Well, I don't. Okay, you tell me if this is gardening or not.
I don't know. I haven't gardened either.
Well, okay, but you're an outsider who has a vague idea of what gardening is supposed to look like. So you tell me if this is if I'm righteous or not. When I was young,
I'll let you know if you're righteous.
When I was like 9, we had like a little like at the back of my house, we had like a brick patio kind of thing, and it was very poorly made. So a bunch of weeds grew from the ground like through the cracks in the bricks. Because they weren't like sealed. It was just like, it was so weird because it was like someone had like placed all the bricks, but none of them were connected in any way, even remotely. Like it was just, it was like someone made a pile in the vague shape of a patio. And one day my mom was like, "Hello, 9-year-old, you're going to pick all of the weeds now." And there were like hundreds. It was a lot of weeds. It probably wasn't that much. I was 9, so like let's keep that in the frame of reference.
Okay.
But I was out there for like an hour, unironically, picking the weeds.
Just an hour? Well, you were 9 though, so it's like.
So that was like a lifetime, dude. I'm used to being on the Nintendo DS, man.
Yeah. And those hours melt away, but when you're picking.
That's what I'm saying, dude. When I'm playing Lego Pirates of the Caribbean.
Heat, by the way.
Straight heat.
Just
bro.
saying. Although my bitch ass friend, my friend of many years, Luke, I'm shouting you out. You will never listen to this, but you never wanted to play the games I wanted to play, and I thought that was fucked up.
What the fuck, Luke?
Yeah,
that is actually fucked up because you have to, when you're hanging out with your friends, you play your friends' games, bro.
That's real.
It's kind of like like you're dipping into someone else's culture.
Yeah.
Let me show you a piece of myself.
We really played. It wasn't like a one-side thing where we only played his games. We did play games we both enjoyed. We played so much Terraria. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That shit went nuts. I love Terraria.
But sometimes, like, your one friend is like, I want to play fucking, like the tanks mini game on Wii Play. And you're like, I don't really want to fucking. But you do it anyway, man.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play that game.
Yeah, you're that asshole, but
it's a fun game, man. Whatever.
I'm just saying, I'd rather be playing Brawl. I'm just saying.
That's true. But we play. Oh, dude, Strikers Charged.
Or that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Henry and I always rave about Mario Sports Mix. That shit goes so
Mario
crazy.
Sports Mix goes so hard.
You get so good at volleyball that you fight a dragon. It's like, it's the only sports game where that happens.
Exactly. And like, to me, I don't know if, I know Henry is like this. I don't really know about you, but like, he wants to like complete the game.
Yeah, yeah.
He's not satisfied with just like playing volleyball over and over again. Like, he needs to like,
he needs all the characters.
Need to like get all the secrets and everything.
Yeah.
Which I'm like that.
He wants to view like the extra cutscene with Captain Oliba and Louis.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. And I wanted to do that, but my friend was like, "No, let's play basketball again." I was like, "We already did this cup.
Let's already did this
cup in this sport. If we want to unlock the new characters, we have to do this."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't care." I'm like, "But
don't you want to play as Moogle, bro? Are you fucking stupid?
Moogle was the GOAT.
That's what I'm saying,
always played
bro.
Moogle. All the time. Didn't know what game he was from at all. And up until like a year ago, I still didn't know. And I'm still only vaguely sure he's from Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's Final Fantasy. I was more of a wizard guy myself.
Like the
guy
wizard?
with like the big hat.
See, I probably didn't even fucking unlock that character because this bitch and it was his game, so I couldn't just play it on my own.
Or nowadays I'm kind of a Yoshi guy, but anyway.
I'm Yoshi in Mario Kart, and that's like basically it, which is strange.
You know what's fucked up is that like I play so much damn Mario Kart, or not that I play so much of it, but I'm so damn good at it that when I'm at like a party and someone who knows Like Yoshi's like the best character in Mario Kart right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so people who know that Yoshi's the best character, when I pick Yoshi, they're like, you can't do that. You're anti-fun forever. It's just like, shut
Yeah.
up, bro. Let me play fucking Yoshi, dude.
Like, you can beat their ass with anyone else, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just...
It's the same thing with Smash too, in a
Yeah.
kind of way. Like I play Cloud, who in
Okay.
Smash 4 was like one of the better characters, and people would always be like, "Oh, fucking whoop-de-doo, Mr.
Cloud was in
Anti-Fun
4?
walked into the building, bro."
I don't remember. Was Cloud DLC character?
Yeah, he's
before?
DLC.
Okay.
Him and Bayo. Bayo kind of fucked up the whole shit though.
She was like busted, right?
Bayo was busted, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, to
then
people who
they-
like actually play the game, but to your average, you know, to your group of guys who have watched one YouTube video, doesn't really matter, even though they're complaining about it.
Fair. Yeah, I never had the DLC in Smash 4, so...
But to answer your question, or I guess you didn't ask me, but I'm going to answer it like it was a question because I care about only
Okay.
myself.
Right.
I am kind of a completionist when it comes to like games. Like I would,
Yeah.
like my parents would be more convinced to buy me a new game if I had like done all of the things in the other game that I was playing.
How would they know that?
They wouldn't. So it was kind of like a 8,000 IQ play on my part, if you think about it.
You just be like, hey, I did everything.
Yeah.
I beat it all.
Well, I normally
Yeah.
did though. Or like sometimes
Okay,
I would
yeah.
have them like come over to the TV and I'd be like, you see how all of like some games they have like a chart of all the things you got to do, you know?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, look, I have all the things.
I've done everything. And you need
Yeah.
to get me a new game now.
And now I want Super Mario 3D Land. Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you, please.
She did buy it for me, to her credit. Shout out.
Shout out. Yeah, Luke was like... I'm the kind of guy that like... I will break every box. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Just
Like
to
your
get
name is Crash
coin.
Bandicoot.
Yeah, I'll break it all so I can get the coin. Because I know I'm going to need it later to buy something. To buy everything. I have to buy everything.
Yeah.
And he just walked right on by. I'm like, bro,
That fucking asshole.
we need the studs to get true Jedi. Are you an idiot? Are you stupid? Stop dying in the... If you die...
Are you going
jump
to go
off and you
upstairs to
die-
the dinner table and tell your mom that you're not a true Jedi at the end of this night?
Yeah.
Are you seriously going to do that, Luke? You fucking asshole.
And I know we already did this all, but you have to go into free play in order to get all the mini kits because, like, what are you not
Because
understanding
sometimes
about this?
you need a character who has an ability that you don't have that ability with the characters given to you in the story mode. So you have to go into free play, Luke. We can just play the level
you
again.
need
It's not
a
that big of a
woman
deal.
character. You need a woman character because women jump
They
higher.
jump higher.
Everyone knows this.
You need Darth
Everyone
Vader
knows
because he's the dark force. The Jedis they
Yeah,
don't
you
have
could-
that.
And you brought fucking Luke Skywalker. He is Blue Force. Are you an idiot?
Are you fucking
stupid?
dumb, Luke?
God, fucking damn it!
We're here to check all the boxes, not to have any fun.
Oh, motherfucker! You get a task, you complete it. There's none of this A to B to C to Z shit. It's A to Z. We don't experience, we complete.
We have an agenda
That's
here,
it.
bro. We have
We
8
have to
hours
be-
until we go to sleep at this sleepover. We don't have fucking time to not get true Jedi, bro.
I'm sick of your bullshit. We have to unlock Indiana Jones in the cantina.
I
And
did
he's
have
a
Indiana
million
Jones, bro.
studs.
That shit was crazy.
Everyone who was someone had Indiana Jones.
Everyone who unlocked Indiana Jones in the Lego Star Wars on the Wii is now like a lawyer or a doctor.
Exactly.
They have successful
And-
lives. Their parents are proud of them.
And back then, I didn't fucking know anything about Star Wars or Indiana Jones at all, except for the Lego games. And I was like, why do they have Indiana Jones in here? That's kind of random, but I want it. But it's the same guy.
Yeah.
For all those who didn't know that. Too bad Harrison Ford died.
Yeah, he went to Japan and he never came back.
He went to Japan and never came back, and they found his foreskin in customs.
Do you ever watch the Indiana Jones movies?
I watched the 2 newest ones. I watched the Crystal Skull, and I watched the Dial of Destiny.
I didn't see the newest one, but
it was solid.
Some of
It was fine.
the older ones. Like, I didn't realize, like, I watched them as, like, a young kid. Like, I specifically remember, like, my babysitter getting the movies for me when I was, like, 7 or something. Like, I was way too young to be watching those movies.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize until, like, way too recently that in one of the movies, they're just, like, fighting Nazis. Like...
Yeah, that in like all of them, they're fighting Nazis.
But like specifically in the one
Nazis
I'm thinking of, they're like literally every scene has like a Nazi flag on it, and they're like some of the soldiers are doing like the Hail Hitler pose and stuff like that.
That's probably. I feel like that's probably. Oh wait, I don't know.
Hollywood would not get away with that today.
Surely in the Lego games they don't have.
I don't think
Nazi
so.
flag.
I think those were too recent.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there's no way. But we could be getting Mandela affected. But I don't think so.
I can't imagine they have it because those games are for kids anyway. But
that's probably why they didn't, because the ESRB would be like, we're gonna have to jack you up a rating, and they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I would hate to work at the ESRB.
That's probably the lamest fucking job of all time.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? Like, there's just a guy out there who sits in a big chair, and like someone gives him a game, and he puts down his bag of Doritos for the first time in 2 hours, and he's like, T for teen, next. And then
I don't see T for teen that often anymore though.
Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So,
but I guess I haven't really been in like a GameStop. I mean, I have, but I haven't really paid attention to the games or anything.
I haven't been in a GameStop in a long time, man.
I've gone because I mean they've made the smart decision of moving more towards like collectors items and stuff. Because obviously you can get all your games like on Steam and everything, or Xbox and PlayStation.
No one's camping out at like 2 a.m, bringing a CRT, playing, Halo 2 anymore. No one's doing that. Isn't that kind of sad?
No one's doing that. It's crazy. What a world. And everyone knows what a CRT is, by the way.
I hate this fucking conversation. People in our generation should know what a CRT is, bro.
It's absolutely useless information.
You should just know it. It should just be a thing that someone told you at one point.
No.
I'm not saying everyone should know it as a practical thing is. Like I hate this, dude.
Dude, you're like a cyber guy. Of course you know.
I mean, I'm just a technology guy in general, but like, I don't know, man. Whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. I guess I've realized that people don't know how computers work, and I guess my main point is like there should be a class that teaches you how a computer works. You know how like computer class for us was like, for 30 minutes
typing.
You like practice home row typing, and then you get to go on Friv games or whatever. Like that class should be about like computer science instead.
That would be cool. I do have to say, to the credit of my computer class, I am now a very fast typer, and I've noticed adults who never had or like grew up with that.
Yeah.
They still like just use their 2 pointer fingers. I'm like, you look like a child. You look dumb and stupid.
I saw.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't stand when like my boss is taking forever to click on things.
Oh my god.
On the computer, I'm like, bro, just bro, just fucking click on it. And they'll do like some weird ass shit to like click on it. They'll be like, oh, to open the link, you have to right click on it and then open. And I'm like, well, no, just fucking
Just click on it,
Like,
bro.
what are you doing?
Or they like move their mouse in a weird way. Like they'll go all the way to the left and then like diagonally
Bro,
up to the
just-
right.
Just look for your target, then move the mouse there. Don't like, woo, we're going all around
It's
the whole
so
screen. Like, bro, I'm fucking pissed off now. I gotta leave. I gotta go switch my laundry again. Butler.
Nate, get Nate back in here, man.
Nate,
We need
I
him.
need you to switch my laundry. And typing web. We used typing web. That was our thing.
I don't remember what we used, if it was like a website or it probably was a website. I don't remember. Did you ever
Me
go
and,
on freerice? Do you know what this is?
It sounds so familiar.
Freerice, for those who don't know, is like I don't know if it's a Catholic school thing, but I remember all of my friends who also went to Catholic schools knew what freerice was, where it's like you answer like questions about vocab.
Oh, and it would donate.
Yeah, every
grain of
question
rice.
you get right, I think, is 10 grains of rice, and it had like a little bowl animation. So every question you answered correct, the bowl filled up with more rice. And
it is 10 rice.
supposedly somehow that us answering questions about what was the correct word to use in the sentence fed children in Africa somewhere or something. I'm not exactly sure how that worked, but do you have any memory of this?
I do now. The website looks much different now.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
like more professional, but it's still seemingly active. 62 million, close to 63 million grains of rice were donated yesterday.
So shout out. I mean, that's a lot of
Shout out,
fucking rice, dude.
Yeah.
Or I guess I don't know how many grains of rice is in like an Uncle Ben's pack. Jamie, can we get on that? Like, I'm trying to quantify how much rice 63 million is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, how many?
Like, that's a big
rice?
number, but does that amount to like a lot of children?
What is the
fed?
volume of rice? How much rice is one serving? Let's do that.
That's a great question. Yeah.
Half a cup. Well, how many grains of rice is that?
I have seen like YouTube videos where it's like, I count all the grains of rice in like, you know, this bag or whatever. And there's always like 3,000 or something. But I don't know if that's enough. I don't know. I'm not a dietitian.
On average, a cup of short grain rice contains about 7,200 grains.
Okay, so
Okay,
if
so
if
we
one
do-
cup is a serving, then
Half
it's
a
like,
cup is a serving.
or half
actually.
a cup. Okay. So you do like whatever the number was on free rice divided by like 3,600. That's how many kids were fed.
It was 6.8 million, roughly.
Okay.
Hold please.
Hold. Your call is very
That's-
important to us.
That's 1,888.
Okay. I mean, that's no small amount of children.
Yeah, that's not totally small, but like in terms of, I guess if that's per day, well, but people need to eat 2 meals or not. Well, I guess 2 if you're being conservative.
If you're the United Nations, you care about feeding kids only twice a day.
Well, I'm just saying, in theory, you would only need 2 meal, maybe even 1 meal to survive.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
You want people
but
to be
one
healthy.
serving isn't really a full. I don't know.
I mean, that's
What-
only one serving of rice is not a full meal. Like, you need other shit.
That's true.
But I'm assuming that, like, you know, whatever African tribes were, you know, being the benefactor of, they're also like killing a gazelle every day or something.
True. So
go on
maybe
the
it's just
side.
like, maybe they're not even helping. They're just like, bro, who fucking they like they come here with rice and they're just like, yo, why do you keep giving this to us?
I
And
mean, this is like unironically an interesting problem where like areas that are suffering in like developmental issues, like they'll get like humanitarian aid, like the US will give like food and stuff to like Haiti whenever there's like a big hurricane. But then like since
Yeah.
all the food is being handed out for free, like all the local businesses aren't able to sell anything because they still have to make money somehow. So then
Yeah.
it like stifles local business, which is like a big problem, specifically in like the Caribbean and stuff like that.
That makes a lot of sense. It's actually something I didn't really consider before.
Yeah, it's like a fucked up economic cycle that is not it's not like easily it's not like an easily solvable problem. There's like way too many organizations and fucking, there's too
There's
many
also, like,
barriers.
Yeah,
And
like
it's
people
muddy.
will set up like well, not wells, but like water treatment plants in these tribes who have never even seen a computer.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, there you go, we made it for you. And then they don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So they just don't use it.
Yeah.
And then it's like the problem didn't even get solved.
Or they don't have like the infrastructure to like upkeep these like big machines and stuff like that. So they
Yeah,
just
that's
wear
another-
down
I-
anyway.
I forgot where I was learning about this. I think it was in class somewhere. But yeah, like no one comes to repair it. So if it gets broken, it's
Yeah.
like they don't fucking know how to. I wouldn't know how to fix it. No one would know how to fix it unless you manufactured it. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like, okay. I don't know.
So anyway,
Maybe
someone
they
get
do
on
it-
that problem.
Yeah, someone
Not
get on
us,
that.
obviously, but
No, not me. I'm
like, kinda-
I'm busy with this
like I have other
podcast.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 8 more podcasts right after this.
I'm
so-
kind of like the we're kind of like the jigsaw for trapping people in airports.
we have to go trap more high profile individuals in our purgatory airport. Dan Schneider.
You'll see in front of you. There's a restaurant. You have to spend $28 for a beer,
No!
or else
No, don't make me.
or else I'll rip your ears off. You have 30 minutes.
$28 is ridiculous. I can't do this.
Can't I just leave the airport, man?
Is there a discount?
No.
Does my high flyer card gives me a 20%
Do I get
discount?
miles for this?
Just rip my ears off. God damn.
I don't know if I'd make it out alive, man. I don't know if I could
No,
do it.
I would, because then you'd buy the beer and you'd be like, oh my god. Finally, they'd be like, now you have to buy a dirty Shirley cocktail for $40.
You have to you have to buy a $35 burger that is not cooked the temperature you wanted it cooked. And then you have to leave a tip. The tip really hurts on that one. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. Oh my god.
And that they won't even turn the screen around to make you press the button. They will like look over your shoulder at it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll like you can hear their breath right next. You can feel it on your neck. It's like
You
if
hover over the
tip-
10%, their eyes turn red.
and you can feel like steam
Yeah.
blowing out of their nostrils.
It's like when you look away from a boo in Mario. They
Yeah.
start coming closer to you.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh man.
Yep. Wee. Wow.
Take that one, Jerry Seinfeld. That's how you write fucking comedy about airports, you
Yeah.
piece of shit.
Yeah. Fuck you. We didn't even
Fuck
talk
you,
about
Jerry Seinfeld. What'd you do?
Fuck
You interviewed Obama in a car? Get a life, dude.
Why do you know this is a thing? Is that real?
Comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. They get a car, they get like a vintage car, and they get
Okay.
another famous person, and they do stuff.
So it's like
And
carpool karaoke.
but they get coffee and it's like a comedy interview kind of thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
And he interviewed Obama. That's the only episode of the show I've seen is the Obama one.
Did he go like, so what's the deal with bombing orphanages? Did he do
No,
that?
he didn't do that. He like I don't remember, but like Jerry Seinfeld, I remember he asked, how far could you get in the White House like butt naked before someone stops you?
That's pretty funny.
And Obama was like, not very far.
That's a funny one.
Yeah, good one, Jerry.
Good one, Jerry.
You know, you tell good jokes. You should do a stand up or something.
You should have a show named after yourself.
It's even funnier because like Obama's in the exact demographic of like Seinfeld would be his favorite show, probably.
He is at that age,
Yeah.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obama's pretty young, right?
He's one of the younger presidents of all time. Yeah.
How old?
I mean, the guys, I know he has
is-
gray hair, but you know, a lot of people got gray hair.
By the way, Ice Spice is 24. I didn't realize she was like our age, basically.
She was born on January 1st, 2000.
Ice Spice?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which that's a fun birthday. Her age is just the day it is. Basically.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Barack Obama, age 62, is the youngest living former president. Okay. That's strange. Who was the youngest president? Oh, Theodore Roosevelt at age 42.
Shout out.
It's crazy because you have to be 35. Like, that's the minimum. And
Yeah.
we've never had anyone that
No.
young.
Because we're always
So I
like,
guess you
they're
know-
not experienced enough.
Yeah. Thank goodness we have. Anyway.
He who shall not be named.
He who. Obama is 62.
Shout out Obama, though. You know, war crimes aside, kind of a chill guy, I have to imagine. I remember an interview with Obama where like Obama does this thing every year. He like releases a list of a bunch
His
of stuff
Spotify.
he did. Yeah, he releases
Oh.
his Spotify and like a list of books and movies that he experienced.
Yeah.
And someone, I
That's
forget
cool.
who, someone asked him, like, do you actually listen to the fucking songs? Like, your ass doesn't listen to Kendrick Lamar, do you? And he was like, no, I do. But like, I can't imagine Obama bumping it to Quavo. I just can't. It just doesn't sit right in my head.
I can. I just can.
I mean, the image in your head is pleasant, isn't it?
It's really cute and wholesome.
It's just kind of
He's just-
wholesome core, you know?
Yeah.
He's just kind of
What do you-
community maxing with that one right there.
Yeah, he's so wholesome. With blood dripping from his fingertips.
Yeah.
But that's just being president, you know? You have to kill somebody.
That's the initiation, actually. The night
Yeah.
of the inauguration, they take you into the basement next to the coffee maker where Obama had that interview with Jerry Seinfeld, and you have to
Mhm.
kill a man with a knife.
Oh, with a knife. Yeah.
They
that
make
makes it
you
more
get your
personal.
hands dirty, you know?
Yeah.
If you're going to be president, you have to be ready to like get involved in some shit, you know? If you can't kill a
true.
man for no reason, what are you doing, you know, appointing people to the chair of the Federal Reserve?
Yeah, you can't be doing that without having taken a life.
Yeah.
You know what they say, you have to take a life to appoint someone to be the Federal Reserve guy. They've said that for years.
Obviously. Some people
Yeah.
say it's an old wives' tale, but in fact, it's an almanac's tale. It's a truth, in other
It
words.
is, yeah. When they were, it was first said when they were making the Roman concrete back in Rome, and they were like, we should kill someone so that
You got it.
We
You can get there.
can kill people now to get Federal Reserve. Stab that guy, and you prove your worth. And it rhymed in Latin, so that's why it's kind of like sounds a little weird.
Yeah, we can cut that to make it look better.
Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Cut it to make it worse.
I mean, that's often what I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear.
Some of the early episodes, I like before we did like on camera stuff, I would edit in more silence,
I have heard that,
which I always thought was a good bit. I don't know if
It's
it
a
holds
good
up,
bit.
but I thought it was funny.
I think it's funny. And I'm your primary. I'm in your 0.001% of listeners. I think. I don't really know, actually.
Something like that. Yeah. I mean, you're kind of you're a connoisseur of podcasts. Obviously, we know you're a busy guy. You got 7 more podcasts to do after this, so
I do.
we're very thankful that you were able to make it today.
Yeah.
What's next
Joe's
on your
calling
schedule?
me.
Barstool Sports Ohio?
No, I'm doing the one where it's the guy and he brings on a bunch of like OnlyFans women to make fun of them.
This is the
And
Whatever podcast.
Is this what it's called?
Yes.
Or is that what it's called? Okay, yeah.
You
So
can
I'm going
tell
on the Whatever
because
podcast.
in the back they have like posters that say whatever on them.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going on the Whatever podcast to not let women speak.
Yeah.
So they're gonna start to speak. I'm gonna go, wait, let me finish.
Let me finish, even though you weren't talking before that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll say, every time a woman has sex, her value in the sexual market decreases. Now,
It's like
as
inflation.
a man, it's like inflation. But as a man, his value is based on the money he earns.
Correct.
And nothing else. And men preserve women's value, but women can't vote.
And they shouldn't.
They shouldn't do that.
And I've actually been championing that for quite a while now, but I keep writing letters to Ted Cruz, but it seems like he's out of the office, like he's trapped somewhere or something. He just can't. He doesn't respond.
He's just like he like sends me these cryptic emails like $34 more, and that's like it.
I don't
That's
really respond because I feel it's like kind of spammy, Like there's
it is a little spam,
there's these
like-
weird links to like x.com or something. I don't really want to click on it.
like-
Kind of seems like a porn site.
Yeah, I don't like porn.
On a side note, a woman has never orgasmed with me. So that's weird, isn't it?
I don't think they can. I think it's a lie.
Yeah. I feel like
'Cause
women are
why
lying
wouldn't
to get with me specifically because I make so much money. I'm so high value in the marketplace of ideas and dollars also. I have a
Yes,
good relationship with, Morgan Stanley. Why wouldn't a woman want to be with me?
Exactly.
If cum was real, a woman would come with Morgan Stanley's cousin, which is what I am.
Yeah. Yes. Yep. They would do that.
And they still shouldn't vote. Brought to you by Raytheon. And their new double chocolate crunch candy bar.
And Speedway.
They have a peanut butter flavor now.
Dude, wow. That's really eye-opening.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most eye-opening thing you've ever heard?
I thought you were going to say, what's the most prevalent thought on your mind?
That's where I was going.
What's the most eye-opening
No,
thing I've
actually,
ever
let's just
heard?
go to the other question. What's the most prevalent thought on your mind?
I don't want to share that on the podcast. It's a deeply personal thing.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what Lex Friedman does at the end of all of his podcasts? He asks his guests, "What advice do you have for young people?" Just in general. You know, we have a young people demographic, okay? This is our chance to spread some wisdom. We should share some knowledge with the world, try and, create some bigger good beyond us, similar to how I've already done that with free rice. You know how much fucking rice I've donated? You know how many meals I've made single-handedly on my knowledge of vocabulary and English prepositional phrases? Now it's your turn to say something that inspires the young generation, some advice, some general advice. What would you say to that?
I could do something serious.
You could.
I might do something serious.
You could do something serious on a comedy podcast. That is allowed.
Yeah. I would just say that, while you're young, you need to explore what you like to do, because once you get older, you're going to be set in stone, and you need to figure out what you want. But also, it's never too late as well. So just find out what you like, and the only reason for living is to be passionate about something and love things. So, in my opinion, so find what you're passionate about and love things and do those things, because life is short, and we're all gonna get cancer and die anyway.